All right, today I have Jessica Anderson in the studio, and we're here to just promote the LIC concert that she is actually kicking off in 2 days from now, which would be the
Thursday.
Thursday the 16th.
Yeah, there you go.
Jessica, welcome.
Thank you.
It's always fun to be on camera and have lights in your face.
Oh, yeah.
In the morning. But we're just going to have a little bit of fun today and talk about your music background and just, your story is just as important as any other musician, and we're here to basically capture people's stories, whether they started at their homes from their parents or, they started out by playing a bunch of punk rock shows in a garage. So tell us about how you started out playing music.
All right. I actually don't remember. My mom is a pianist and started me when we think I was about 3. She says that she just kind of went with, she started both my sister and I, and she says she just kind of went with our interest, and when we were interested, she just ran with it. So, I've been playing the piano since before I can remember. It's just something I do.
Well, a lot of people tend to rebel against their parents,
I did once in 5th grade. I told her I wanted to quit, and she said that was fine, and I said, well, fine, then I'll go practice. And I remember distinctly storming up the stairs and going and practicing because my mom said it was fine for me to quit. So
that's amazing.
Reverse psychology, I guess.
I guess she won anyway in the end. So who are you going to be playing with on the 16th?
So my show is in 2 sections. The first section is going to be musical theater. We're doing an evening of Stephen Sondheim because Stephen Sondheim is an incredible musical theater composer that a lot of people don't really get to perform all that often because it's always being done somewhere. So a lot of singers don't want to take his stuff to auditions and things, so we're just kind of putting a big concert together of his stuff. And then that's with 3 singers. One is Katerina Papakostas, Amy Stewart, and Tug Watson. And then the second half of it is with, we're going to kind of form a pseudo-jazz trio and revamp a couple classical piano pieces. And that's going to be with bassist Nick Jost and drummer Sean Mullins. And then Kat from the musical theater part is going to come on, and we're going to do a kind of rock habanera from Carmen.
That's quite the mix.
It's going to be an interesting concert, yeah. It'll be a lot of fun. We're basically just trying to go out and play some stuff that is a lot of fun for both us and the audience that we don't get to perform often.
Question.
Yes.
Have you ever performed outside?
Past weddings? No. I've done a lot of outside weddings.
Yeah, in a giant park by the water.
No, never have. It's difficult to, get a real piano out there, so I usually don't end up doing those.
Is that right? You're going to have like a
no, that's what I'm saying.
You're
it's going to be, no, it's going to be on a keyboard. I'm bringing my own keyboard.
Oh my God.
But, as a classical pianist, we tend to shy away from places that don't allow us to have our instrument. So, as weird as that sounds. So no, I've never done a giant outside concert. I'm so excited to be doing it on the water. We're just trying to go out there and have some fun.
Yeah, I've been to the last few, and they're really great. There's just a lot of people gathering around. I mean, kids and dogs and parents, and just the whole park.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really excited. I've never been to one because I wasn't around last summer, so this is kind of trial by fire for me.
And what time are you set to go on that day? 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So close to sunset.
Right. I think that's
pretty quaint.
Point. Yeah. It's all romantic.
Yeah. Cool. Well, speaking of your music background, what are some albums that you could like look back on and just remember fondly, you know, like any genre, any time in your life that you could say it could even be one album, you know, like any kind of special albums to you.
Well, I had the realization the other night that me with my mother and my sister and various members of our family had actually seen the Beach Boys 4 times in concert.
They are incredible.
Right. But I had never
Perfect
seen
harmonies.
them. I had never seen them with Brian Wilson
Oh, I see.
until about 2 years ago when I saw Brian Wilson without the Beach Boys.
Right.
I just saw him in concert with Jeff Beck, so I thought that was kind of a cyclical, like, life moment. Now I've seen them all. I don't know. My parents, my mother especially, but music is very ingrained in my family for generations, and so my mother and father always they listened to everything, but as long as it was quality, everything. So we would have, old school Patsy Cline records,
Right.
or Beach Boys, or Manhattan Transfer, Louis Armstrong, then you would have organ toccatas. One of
Yeah.
my favorite stories about my parents is they were poor as young married kids, and bought these brand new awesome Bose speakers way back 30 years ago, and we're
It's like
so
the Cadillac of
excited.
speakers back
Right,
then.
exactly. And my mom turns on the Bach toccata in D minor, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, the organ,
Yeah.
and blows them. First thing they ever play on it, my mom blows the speakers. So, I mean, they always, I was definitely raised around an ideal set of, it doesn't matter what type of music,
Yeah.
as long as it's well done and quality.
Yeah,
So-
not a lot of parents are playing that. I remember my earliest memory of listening to anything was we would drive to go pick up my mom from Park Slope, and on the drive my dad would put in cassettes of Michael Jackson.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of I feel like pop and stuff.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
around, but it's great that you had a way larger lens than just pop music.
Yeah, there wasn't really a lot of pop around my house. I don't know. They were in a bluegrass band, so there was a lot of who is that? Earl Scruggs and
Yeah.
people like that.
So what did your mom and dad play? They were both musicians.
Well, my dad didn't do music professionally. My mother is. My mother went to school for voice and piano, and she taught her whole career. And my dad, he's one of those annoying people that can just kind of pick up any instrument, irritatingly so. And when I was growing up, he always played, I think when he was in high school, he started playing the banjo. I think the bassoon might have been in there somewhere. When I was growing up, he played the banjo, and recently he picked up the hammered dulcimer.
Yeah, see, when it's instruments you can barely
just-
register in your head, I'm sure you would get a little annoyed.
Exactly.
You can play the Who?
And I've been studying this for my life and my career, and I come home and my dad's like, "Oh, hey, I just bought and picked up this other instrument. I'm gonna go play it out next week." God, Dad, come on.
It's got to be some of the quirks you find being in a musical family. Everyone's doing something.
Everyone's doing something. We're like the Von Trapp family for bluegrass.
If you had a dream collaboration.
A dream collaboration.
Yeah, hypothetically.
I once had a teacher say to me, it doesn't matter what you're playing, if you're playing at the Met or if you're playing, for a symphony, as long as you enjoy the people you're working with. And I really think that holds true. You can find inspiration. I find inspiration almost more from the people I'm working with than the actual music that I'm, it's not like I'm saying I would never do anything that's not Puccini.
Right.
I would much rather spend my time working with people who want to work with me and are dedicated and interested in what they're doing, whatever type of music that is. So my dream collaboration is more about the who than the what, I think.
And you have that kind of insight being a teacher, right?
Yeah,
You
you
get to work with
definitely
all sorts
definitely
of-
get to work with all sorts of different people, and I've done a lot of vocal collaboration through school and things like that, and so you really find the people that you're drawn to work with, and basically whatever they want, I'm happy to do it as long as I get to work with you.
Yeah.
So.
Do you like to sing or play piano more?
Oh, I don't sing. Oh, no.
Okay.
No. I play piano. I'm telling you, I'm
Strictly.
behind the scenes. Yeah. Right, exactly.
Except when you're on camera.
Well, I try to forget about this part. I'm gonna black this out as soon as I leave.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do a little cut scene where I was dragging you by your left ear to the room.
Right.
You're clawing
Preferably
your
by
way
the
up.
hair or like the ear or something,
All right, well, your concert is just a few days away. You're playing on the 16th. It's your first outdoor concert. You can find the concert at licconcerts.com, all the footage, and be out there that day at Gantry Park Plaza. I think that I'm saying it right. State Park.
Yeah, sure, that sounds right.
If you guys know where the Pepsi Cola Sign is in Long Island City, you're going to be right in front of it.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a really good time. Summer concerts are in swing, and we hope to see everyone there.
Great.
With Jessica Anderson kicking it all off, July 16th.